Hello, I'm called Tim, and it's about noon, and so that means I'm here with my live hangout. Today again, I'm a little early, trying to make up for yesterday being a little late, but I'm always here around noontime. Um, Setting up these hangouts is kind of difficult to get it right on the dot at noon, but we'll work on it. Today, I want to talk about last week where, as you know, I went away and I stopped in D.C., Washington, D.C., the empire's capital, and I saw homeless people everywhere. Homeless people near the monuments, homeless people on the streets, on the main streets, homeless people on the side streets, homeless people outside the hotels, homeless people outside the restaurants. We had some food we shared with some of the homeless people. As you look at my views and you look at my things, you can tell I don't have much money because I don't have much support. But whatever I have, sometimes I give. The people around me tell me the reason I don't have is I share too much. So I don't know. Maybe that's true. Uh, but we saw these homeless people. Hold on 1 minute. And excuse me, I was listening to NPR. Uh, so I saw all of these homeless people, most of them black men, of course, but a growing number of black women. And I've been telling black women for at least 5 years, if you don't start using your black men, if you don't start using your resources to give them resources, if you don't start funding their ideas, because we do have a lot of ideas, no funding, and start allowing us to make mistakes and grow, um, then you're going to end up homeless too. We're all going to end up there. We're going to work as a community. Either we're going to go forward as a community or we're going to die as a community. Everybody knows this. In New York, the Chinese people know it. The Russian people know it. The Sikhs know it. The Muslims know it. Um, Everyone knows this but the black people. We don't seem to get it. The Iraqis know it. The Iranians know it. Or Persians. Everybody knows it. The Italians know it. The Greeks know it. They all have communities and they all function as communities. Blacks and the ones don't get it, and we're suffering for it. We also saw about 3 homeless white women on the street, which was shows you that we're really in bad shape. So when the nation's capital is this has this much poverty right there, right by the White House, right near the monuments, right uh, on the mall, then I mean you're pretty much admitting that the empire's dead. We don't care. We don't want to house our citizens. We don't want to feed our citizens. We just don't give a damn. Um, that could be why you don't see so many people popping up to want to be president, because it's just a ceremonial role at this point. And what's the point in being there if you can't affect any change or do anything? The last 3 presidents were so bad that it doesn't even make sense to run for president anymore. It doesn't even. It's an awful place, awful position. Uh, we also went to visit the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial. It's near the Lincoln Memorial. We had a hard time finding it. We finally found it. It was nice. Um, I have some video and some pictures, and I think I'm gonna put them up after I do this hangout. I'm gonna put them up on the site as well. So that was my trip to DC. I'm still talking about it with some of the elders and some of the people. How it makes you feel when you see homeless people. You feel so helpless. You feel bad for them. You know that you're one step away. Um, I'm actually there, being that I'm destitute. I live off the generosity of people who care about me, and I'm lucky to have that, fortunate to have that. And it's not that I don't work. I produce these videos. I write many books. If you click the 99-cent store book link, you'll see I have over 40 something ebooks. I have them on Kindle, two blogs. Also work with someone with selling vegan bags on eBay. I work with someone with selling and making natural soaps. I just made a batch of soap, a loaf of soap yesterday. So it's not that some of us are not working. We're working and we're trying our best, but we're just not getting the support that we should or that we could. And it all goes back to community. And I tell you, man, seeing those homeless people wasn't shocking to me. But seeing the nonchalant manner in which everyone walks around them and just shrugging their shoulders, and I will say, there's not much you can do on a one-to-one basis. I mean, as a community, we can take in our cousins and take in our family that's homeless and organize them and have everybody do a task. But we don't seem to be interested in that. But to stop this homeless situation, we just need a new system. This system never was good to me. I mean, I've studied the history, and this system never really worked well for everybody. I would even argue it never really worked for anybody. It causes stress. It causes unnecessary homelessness, unnecessary poverty, and it's just time for a new system. Community oriented, economies, community oriented, housing, community oriented, everything. I think that's the way we need to go. We need to use this technology to sell our goods and share our ideas, teach our children, and learn. Quick example of that is saw a video on how to grow wheatgrass, and I grew some on the windowsill. I'm on my third cutting. I just cut some today, and you water it every day. It's easy to grow, easy to maintain. Next, I'm going to try to grow onions, so we'll see what happens with that. I think this is the way we're going to have to go, growing your own food in whatever space you have. Using the men around you. For instance, you see these homeless men, you see them walking around. Why not pay them to escort women to and from the train? Pay them to escort children to and from school. If these are your cousins, if these are your nephews, if these are your brothers and your boyfriends, why not pay them to do certain things? You know, the community needs help. If your building is dirty, find a guy, brother who's out of work, pay him a little bit to clean the building. If you live in a 2 or 3 family house, if you live in a house, pay them to do your landscaping and do your things. Pay them. Pay them to patrol the block. It doesn't have to be a lot of money, but put some money in their pocket. Let's start building some community commerce the way everybody else is. I hope that, well, I know that there will be a change one way or the other. Either we will adapt and find new ways, new alternative systems, or we will die. I don't know what my community is going to do. I'm tied to the community. I'm trying my best. But as I've said in many videos, I probably will end up sleeping on a park bench because my community just does not get it. But I will continue doing the work as long as I can. If you want to support, buy some of the ebooks. If you want to donate to the channel, there's a donation button. And we'll just keep doing this work and keep pushing and keep trying to deal with issues, deal with reality, bring you news, bring you a different view or different way of looking at it. If my viewers or anyone in the chat room want to speak, speak now or forever hold your peace. Going once, going twice. If I'm so fortunate to see you next time, I will see you then. But even if not, I want to tell you, please take care of yourselves.